morning, children. Now let us begin our lesson 5, that is arithmetic progression, exercise 5.3, fourth question. Okay, in the last video we have seen question number 3, 10th question. Up to that we have solved. And alternative questions I gave you as homework to do. Okay, remember children, complete those homework. Okay, now see the alternate questions I will be solving, and you will have to do the remaining questions as homework. Like fourth one I will be solving, fifth one will be your homework. Then again sixth I will be solving, seventh will be your homework. Likewise we will proceed. Okay, now let us see the fourth question. Fourth question goes like this: how many terms of AP? Already it is given as AP 9, that is AP is given as 9, 17, 25 must be taken to give a sum of 636. Means the sum of n terms. We don't know how many terms are there. So sum of those terms is equals to how much? 636. So we have to find n. Means how many terms are there in that AP whose sum is 636. Means we are supposed to find n number of terms. Okay, so now for that we will write first solution. We have AP. What is that AP given? 9, 17, 25 . Okay, and whereas SN means the sum of the n terms is how much it is given? 636. So now here A equals to A1 equals to what is the first term? You can see the AP, that is 9, and D will be what? A2 minus A1, that means second term minus first term. So that is 17 minus 9 will be equals to 8. So D will be equals to 8. D is the common difference which is equals to 8. Now we know that Sn means sum of n terms is what? N upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, this is the formula of nth term, sum of nth term. Now in that Sn is given, that is sum of nth term is 636. So we will put the values of the given variable. Like A is given, first term is given, so we will put the value of A, value of D which we have already found here. Okay, so all those values when we will put and solve, we will get the equation as 636 equals to 5n plus 4n square. Okay, how it came? You put the value of n, here n is not given, we have to find n, so leave it as it is, and here A value 2 into 9 plus n minus 1 into 8, D value is 8. So on simplification of this, you will get the quadratic equation as 636 equals to 5n plus 4n square. Take the constant to one side to make it into a quadratic equation. The quadratic equation goes like this: 4n square plus 5n minus 636, that is 636 equals to 0. Okay, now this one you have to factorize. That means you have to write or take the number on multiplication. You must get that is 636 into 4, that number, and on simplification you must get 5n. Okay, so that is 4n square plus 53n minus 48n minus 636 equals to 0. Okay, so how will you get this number? You know that 636 will be multiplied with 4 because this is 4. Okay, so when you multiply, how much you will get? 2544. Okay, so this 2544's prime factorization will find, and will get the numbers as 53 and 48. Means 53 splitting the middle term, 53 and 48. On simplification of these two numbers, we will get 5n, and on multiplication we will get 2544. Okay, so now in these two terms, what is common? N is common, so we will take n as common. So what is left out? 4n plus 53, and here minus. In these two terms, you will see that 12 is common. So 12 is taken as common. So what is left out? 4n plus 53 equals to 0. Now in these two terms, you can see what is common: 4n plus 53 into Again here, what is that? Next term will be n minus 12 equals to 0. Now these two individual terms will equalize with 0. So 4n plus 53 equals to 0 and n minus 12 equals to 0. Implies n value. First part, when we simplify n value, what we'll get? Minus 53 upon 4. And second part, when we simplify, we'll get n equals to 12. So now here you can see the value of n is negative and fraction. We know that n is the number of terms which cannot be negative or in fraction. Therefore, this value of n is rejected. Here I have written, here n is the number of terms which cannot be negative or in fraction. That is why it is rejected. So now what is the value of n we will take? That is 12. Thus n equals to 12. There are how many terms? 12 terms in the given AP. Now see the sixth question. Now you might have seen previously we have solved fourth question. Fifth question is your homework. Now let us have the sixth question. Sixth question is the first and the last term of an AP are 17 and 350. Means first and last. First one is 17 and last term is 350 respectively. If common difference is 9, means D equals to 9. How many terms are there and what is their sum? Means we have to find n and we have to find Sn. Okay. Here we have this and we have to find A. First term A is given as 17 and the common difference is 9. We have to find what? N equals to question mark we have to find and Sn equals to also we have to find. Okay. Clear children? Now see the solution. Now we have the first term A1 equals to A equals to what? 17 it is given first term and common difference is given as D is 9 and the last term that is L equals to AN equals to 350. That is also given last term. So last term is AN we know. So now last term's formula is what? L equals to AN equals to what? A plus n minus 1 into D. Now put the value of A and D in the equation in this particular formula. We will get the value of n. That is last term is given as 350 equals to A is given as 17 plus n minus 1 into D. D is what? 9. So we will put the value of D 9. That implies 350. This 17 will be transposed to the other side. So it will be minus 17 equals to 9 will be multiplied to n minus 1. So it will be 9n minus 9. Implies on subtraction of this 350 minus 17 will be 333. So 333 equals to 9n minus 9. Now again this 9 we will transpose it to the other side. So that will be 9n equals to 333 plus 9 because here it is negative. Minus 9. So it will go that side means it will become positive. So 333 plus 9. That implies 9n equals to on addition of 333 with 9 we will get what? 342. Now n will be what? 342 upon 9. Okay. So what you will get? On dividing 342 upon 9 we will get what? 38 because the number is fully divisible. So now n value will be what? 38. So the number of terms we got for this AP that is 38. So n is got. N is known to us. A is known to us. D is known to us. Can we find the sum of nth term? So now there are 38 terms in the given AP. Now their sum will be what? Sn equals to formula of sum of nth term we know n upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Now here we will put the value of n and a and d. Okay. So we will get Sn. So that is putting the values of a, n and d we get what? Sn that is sum of nth term that is 38th term. Sum of 38th term. Okay. This will be how much? N value will be 38. 38 upon 2 into 17 will be a value. So plus 38, n value is 38 minus 1 into d is 9. So on dividing 38 with 2 we will get what? 19 within bracket 17 2s are 34 plus here 38 minus 1 will be 37 into 9. So it implies or equals to sign equals to 19 into 34 plus on multiplication of 37 with 9 we will get 333. So addition of 333 with 34 we will get what? 367 multiplied with 19. So now on multiplication of these two what we will get? 6973. So sum of 38th term of AP will be what? 6973. And there are how many terms? 38 terms. Okay. So that is the answer of 6th question. Okay. Now 7th is your homework. 7th question will be your homework. Now move to 8th question. 8th question is find the sum of first 51 terms of AP whose second and third terms are 14 and 18. Clear respectively. So you have to find what? The sum of first 51 terms. Means S51 we have to find. Okay. So now what? We have given what? In this particular question, we have given second term, that is A2 equals to A plus D, which is equals to what? 14. Because second term is given as 14, you can see. So here A2 equals to A plus D equals to 14. Second term we know, that is A plus D, that is equals to 14. Now, and third term is given as what? 18. So that means third term is A3 is what? A plus 2D equals to 18. So now D will be what? A3 minus A2. Okay, third term minus, because it is already given that it is in AP. So AP means D will be equals to A3 minus A2, that is third term minus second term. So 18 minus 14 will be given as 4. So D value will be what? 4. We have to find the first term. Now from the second term, if I subtract D, common difference, I will get first term A. So here you can see the first term A1 equals to A2, that is the second term, that is A plus D minus D. I will get first term. Clear? Because we know that second term is A plus D, means first term plus D. Okay. So second term is given and D value we got. So first term can we find? That is A2 minus D. That is equals to 14. A2 value is 14. Second term is 14. Minus D is the common difference 4. So that is equals to 10. So first term is what? 10 we got. Okay. In the given AP, A1, that is first term, equals to A equals to what? 10. Got it? Now A2 is 14. It is given, and A3 is given as 18. So our AP will be what? So the given AP will be 10 first term, second term 14, third term 18, and dot dot dot. Dot 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 up to 51 terms, because we have to find the sum of first 51 term. Okay. So now the sum of 51 terms are, in this, see, we'll see Sn equals to, we know the formula of sum of nth term, that is n upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So here what? N value is 51, because we have to find what? Sum of first 51 terms. Okay. So S will be equals to S51 will be equals to 51 upon 2, because n value will be 51. So 51 upon 2 into a value is 10 plus 51, that is n minus 1 into 4. So that will be equals to what? 51 upon 2, and you can see here 2 into 10 will be 20 plus 50, that is 51 minus 1 will be 50 into 4. So 51 upon 2 into, you can see here 20 plus 50 into 4 will be 200. So on addition of these two we will get 220 into 51 upon 2. So it will be cancelled off. It is divisible by 2. So on dividing we will get 110. 110 multiplied with 51 we will get how much? 5610. So the sum of, or you can write, thus the sum of 51 terms of AP equals to 5610. Okay. Yes, now see 10th question, children. The question goes like this. Show that A1, A2, A3 dot 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 AN forms an AP. Means it is not given that it is an AP. You have to show that it is an AP. Okay. where an is defined as first one. There two questions are there. First part is an equals to 3 plus 4n and second part is given. So I am solving you the first one. You have to solve the second one as homework. Same method. Method is same, but you have to solve the second one as homework. Clear, children? The first question is an equals to 3 plus 4n. Also find the sum of 15 terms in each case. Okay, so first one case we will see here. Second question, you have to solve and find the sum of that 15 terms of another question. Okay, clear? So now here solution goes like this. Here we have it is not given in AP. Okay, we have A1 comma A2 comma A3 dot 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 AN, where or whose AN is given as what? 3 plus 4n. Okay, so here AN is given. If we want to find A1, in place of n we will put the value of n as 1. We will get A1. So A1 equals to what? 3 plus 4 into 1, because we are finding A1. Okay, nth term is given as 3 plus 4n. So A1 will be in place of n. If I put 1, I will get A1. So on putting the value of n equals to 1, we get first term as 7. Okay, again A2 means where n value we are putting as 2. Then A2 will be what? 11. On solving you will get. Same way A3 equals to 3 plus 4 into 3, because n value now I am substituting as 3. So you will get the value as 15. So A1, A2, A3 we got 7, 11 and 15. Now we will find the common difference, that is D. So the first term A equals to A1 equals to 7. Then D equals to what? A2 minus A1. Now what is A2? 11 is A2 minus 7. So 11 minus 7 will be equals to 4. Same way I can find D equals to A3 to check if D is same. That means what? The particular numbers are given in AP. Okay. So that means now D equals to A3 minus A2. Third term minus second term, that is equals to 15. Third term is 15 minus second term is 11. So on subtracting we are getting D equals to 4. Now D equals to 4. That means what? In both the cases we can see D value is 4. That means it is in AP. The particular series you can say A1, A2, A3 dot 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 AN is in AP, as we have the same common difference. Okay. So it is in AP. Once it is in AP, we know that we can find the sum of 15th term, because we have to find what? The first 15 terms. So sum of nth term we know. Formula Sn equals to n upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay. So now here we got n value, because how many terms you have to find? The sum of 15 terms. So n is 15. A is known to us, the first term, that is 7. And D is known to us, that is 4. Okay. So now putting the value of N, A and D in this particular nth term as 15 equals to 15 upon 2 into 2 into 7, that is A value is 7, plus 15, N is 15 minus 1 into 4, D is 4. So now substituting the values and simplifying, what we are getting? S 15 equals to 525. Thus the sum of the first 15 term is how much? 525. Now let us come to the second question, second part of 10th one. You have to solve as homework. I am again and again telling you. Okay, same way. Now the 11th question is, if the sum of the nth term, first n terms of an AP is 4n minus n square. Means sum of first n, means Sn is given. Sn is how much? 4n minus n square. Okay. What is the first term? Means if we are finding S1, that will be the first term. Okay. Then what is the sum of the first two term? Means S2 we have to find. Okay. Then what is the second term? That means A2 we have to find. And then similarly find third term, that is A3. 10th term, that is A10. And the nth term, that is AN. Clear, children? Understood what you have to find? First you have to find the first term. First term A1 equals to S1 because the sum of only one term will be the same A1 term. Clear? Now what is the sum of first two term? Means S2. Then what is the second term? Means A2. And find the third term A3, A10 and AN. You have to find. Okay. So we have the sum of first n term of an AP is given as what? 4n minus n square. It is given that. That means what? Sn equals to 4n minus n square. Now S1 will be how much? Wherever n is there, you put the value as 1. So S1 will be equals to 4 into 1 minus 1 square because n value is 1. So equals to 4 into 1 is 4 minus 1 square is 1 only. So 4 minus 1 will be 3. So S1 or the first term is 3 only. Clear? Now S2, that means the first sum of first two term. S2 equals to wherever n value is, wherever n is there, you put the value as 2. So 4 into 2 minus 2 square. That gives 4 into 2 is 8 minus 2 square is how much? 4. So that implies or that equals to 4. That means S2 is 4. The sum of first two term you are supposed to find. Here you can see the question. The sum of first two term, that is S2. So S2 we got as 4. Okay. Now after that S3. S3 that is equals to 4 into 3. Wherever n is there, you put the value as 3. So S3 will be 4 into 3 minus 3 square. So that is equals to 12 minus 9. 3 square is 9. So 12 minus 9, that is equals to 3. Likewise, we will find till S9 because we are supposed to find the 10th term. So for that, we need to have what? S9 and S10 also. So S9 will be what? Wherever n is there, you put the value as 9. So 4 into 9 minus 9 square. That will give 4 9s are 36 minus 9 square is 81. So on simplification, what we are getting equals to minus 45. Okay. The same way S10. Now n value will be 10. So equals to 4 into 10 minus 10 square. That is equals to 4 into 10 will be 40 minus 10 square, you know, 100. So that will be on simplification we are getting minus 60. Okay. So now up to here you got. After that what? Again nth term also we need. So for that we have to find what? Sn minus 1 also. Because whichever term we need, we have to find the sum of that term minus the previous one. Clear? Like for example, I want to find the third term. Here it is given that third term you have to find. So in that case what I do? S3 minus S2 if I do. S3 minus S2 if I do, I will get the third term. Means sum of two terms, sum of three terms. If from the third term, sum of three terms, if I subtract sum of two terms, I will get the third term. Clear? Understood? Hai? Same way, here sum of two terms are given. And first term is given means, if I subtract two terms minus first one, I will get the first term. That means second term, A2. Right? So for that we need Sn minus 1 and Sn for the part of nth term. For the last question, that is the nth term you have to find. In that case we need Sn minus 1 and Sn. So here n place we will put what? N minus 1. Then put the value 4 into n minus 1 minus n minus 1 whole square because n was given here. What is given? N square. So in place of n, I will write n minus 1 whole square. Now open these brackets. 4 multiplied to n will be 4n minus 4 multiplied to 1 will be minus 4 minus n minus 1 whole square formula all of you know. So n square minus 2n plus 1. Now open the bracket and simplify. What you will get? 6n minus n square minus 5. Same way Sn will be equals to 4n minus, it is given already. Sn is what? 4n minus n square. Now what all things we have to find, we will see here. The first term of AP equals to S1. Okay. So that is what? Here you see S1 is 3 only. So that is the answer. Now sum of the first two terms. Second what you have to find? The sum of two terms. That is S2. S2 what we got? 4. So the answer will be 4. Now after that second term you have to find, means A2. So for second term what we will do? S2 minus S1. S1 means first term. S2 means what? First and second sum of two terms. So from there if I subtract the first term, I will get the second term. Clear children? So second term equals to A2 equals to S2 minus S1. That is, what is S2? 4 minus S1 is 3. So 4 minus 3 will be 1. Same way third term. Third term will be what? S3 minus S2. Clear? So here sum of 3 terms and sum of 2 terms. If sum of 3 terms minus sum of 2 terms, first 2 terms, means I will get a third term. Clear? Understood? So third term equals to A3 equals to S3 minus S2. Okay. So what is the value of S3 we got here? 3. 3 minus 4. So what it will be? Minus 1. So likewise, now 10th term we will find. 10th term means A10. So A10 means I need to subtract S10 minus S9. S10 we got how much? Minus 16. And S9 is minus 45. So here minus 60 minus of minus 45. That is equals to minus 60 plus 45. On simplification what will get? Minus 15. Okay. Same way the nth term. Now nth term, as I said, Sn minus Sn minus 1. So this minus this I will do. Okay. Clear? So now what is that? Here Sn is what? 4n minus n square. This is given in the question also, you can see. Okay. So 4n minus n square minus the Sn minus 1 is how much? 6n minus n square minus 5. So this value I will put here. Now open the brackets. Now 4n minus n square minus, here minus will be multiplied to these terms. So minus 6n plus n square plus 5. Now minus n square plus n square will get cancelled. And now 4n minus 2n will give minus 2n and plus 5. So 5 minus 6n will give minus 2n and plus 5 will give 5 only. So 5 minus 2n, answer of nth term. So now thus the total final answer will be what? A1 how much I got? 3. A2, that is A2 is 1. Then A3 minus 1. A10 how much? Minus 15. And then AN, this term. AN is 5 minus 2n. Answer. Clear children? Understood? Okay. Now see children, question number 12, that is find the sum of first 40 positive integers divisible by 6. 40 positive integer means divisible by means 6 means 6, 12, 18 likewise, right? So we have first 40 integers divisible by 6 can be written as what? 6, then 12, 18, dot dot dot, it will continue, right? Because divisible by 6 means table of 6 it will come. That is 6, 12, 18 likewise it will continue. So here A, that is the first term, A1 equals to what? 6. First term is 6. Now D, common difference will be A2 minus A1, that is 12 minus 6. So that is equals to 6. Common difference also will be 6. D will be 6. And now equals to N equals to 40 because here it is given what? 40 positive, first to 40 positive integer. First to 40 means N is given as 40. So first positive integer. Clear children? Here A is given, D is given, N is given. Okay. So can we find the nth term, sum of nth term? That is, we know that Sn equals to what? N upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Here A is known to us, N is known to us, D is known to us. So can we find this value? Okay. Substitute the value of N, that is 40, A value, that is 6, and D value as 6 again. And again after substitution, simplify, you will get the answer as 4920. So thus the sum of first 40 positive integer divisible by 6 will be equals to 4920. Okay, clear? Understood? Now let us have the 14th question. 14th question is find the sum of the odd numbers between 0 and 50. Between 0 and 50 means what? 0 will not be included. 50 is also not included in that. In between this we have to find. So here the odd numbers will be what? We know odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, dot 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 till 49 because here last term is 50. Find the sum of odd numbers between 0 and 50. So between 0 and 50 means 0 is not included, 50 is also not included. So between these we have to find the odd numbers and the sum of all the odd numbers between these two. Okay. So we know that the odd numbers between 0 and 50 are 1, 3, 5, 7 like dot 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 till 49. Okay. So now the first term, that is a1 equals to a equals to what? What is the first term? 1. So here 1 will be there. And common difference, that is d equals to a2 minus a1. a2 minus a1 means a2 is what? 3 minus 1. That is equals to what? 2. And the last term is specified because before 50 what is the odd number you have to write. So before 50 what is that? 49. So last term is what? 49. Clear? So last term L equals to 49 and L equals to A and last term equals to A plus N minus 1 into D. We know that. Why we are using this? To know the number of terms. How many terms are there between this odd number? We have to find. After getting N value only we can find the sum. Right? To find the N value we have to use this formula. Okay, so last term equals to A plus N minus 1 into D. Now here L value is given as 49, last term is 49 equals to what is A? 1 plus N minus 1 into D is 2. We have already got it. A is 1, D is 2. So we will put the values and now transposing this 1 to this side, what you will get? 49 minus 1 equals to, now 2 multiplied to N minus 1 will be 2N minus 2. So here 49 minus 1 will be 48 and now this 2 minus 2 will be transposed to the other side and becomes positive. So 48 plus 2 equals to 2N. Okay. So now implies what? 2N equals to 50 because 48 plus 2 will be 50. So N equals to how much? 50 upon 2 which gives what? 25. Okay. So N value we got it as 25. After getting N value, we can come to know that how many terms are there in this particular odd number series. We have 25 terms. Now sum of 25. We know that sum of nth term is n upon 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So now here sum of 25th terms, first 25 terms. Sum of first 25 terms equals to 25 upon 2 into 2 into a value is 1. Plus 25, n value is 25, 25 minus 1 into 2, d value is 2. Now on simplifying this, what we got? 625. So sum of first 25 odd numbers equals to 625. Thus you can write the sum of odd numbers between 0 and 50 equals to 625. So that is the answer. Now in between you can see children, 12th question, after that 14th I did. 12th, after that 14th. 13th one is your homework. 13th, 10th the second part. Then 7th question, 5th question. These are all your homework. Now you might have seen children, question number 12, after that 12, question number 14 is solved. That means 13th question, 10th question second part, 7th question, 9th question and 5th question means 5, 7, 9, 10th the second part and 13th question are your homeworks. Okay, so here I am writing homework. What all questions? 5, then 7, then 9, then 10th second part and 13th question are your homework. These questions you have to solve as homework. Now after 15 onwards till the end of 5.3, all the word problems are eliminated from your syllabus, and exercise 5.4, exercise 5.4, exercise 5.4 is also eliminated, is also eliminated, okay.